Hey guys, I'm back, and this is part 3 of 3 of the triple double bracelet. So, right now, we have finished looping our bands, and I have pushed down all my bands, as you can see. So if you have not done so, please push them down right now. So, once you have pushed down and looped all your bands, we can finish our bracelet. So, grab your hook and place it in the last peg and pull it out the other side. Now, this time, grab one pink band, so it's the color of the middle row. Place it on the hook and pull the hook in, making sure that you haven't pulled any other bands, so I've only got my 2 pink bands, and push it to the center like this so they don't fall off. So it looks like this. Now we can take off our bracelet. So this is a triple bracelet, so it's many bands. Just carefully bring it off, just like this, and make sure that your 2 pink bands don't fall off your hook, because that'll be really bad. Just gently bring it off. I recommend just doing every peg by itself. If you're not a professional, then it might rip, so just gently bring it off. Again, don't apply too much force because it can rip easily. There. So, once you've got your bracelet taken off, it should look like this. So if you notice, the triple double bracelet looks a little bit different from the triple single bracelet, because as you can see, these bands are covering our yellow bands, so you can't really see them. So, once you've done that, grab your loom, and again, turn it around so the arrows are facing away from you, and we can create our extension. So, because this is a doubled bracelet, your extension should also be doubled, and it'll be the color of our middle row. And because it's doubled, the extension might feel a little smaller, so I would say use more bands. So I'm just going to keep on going and just placing double pink bands until the end of my loom, because if it's too big for you, you can always take it off and make it smaller. But I don't recommend having it too tight. Just grab 2 bands and just continue going until the very end, or as much as you want. So I would stop like over here, and again, if you're making this for an adult, for example, and it's still too small for them, I'll show you how you can make it a little bigger. So grab your bracelet and take it off your hook, but making sure that you have your finger through those 2 bands, because you do not want them to go off. Just slide it off. And now place your 2 fingers in that band, and now place it on the last peg you put your band on, and the next peg as well. So 2 pegs, just like this. So now, once you have your extension ready, we can turn it around and start looping. So looping an extension is basically how you would loop a single chain bracelet, only this extension is a little different because we have double bands. So grab your 2 bands, pull them out, and place them to the peg in front. So again, grab your 2 bands, bring them out, and place them to the peg in front. Might be a little tough because it's doubled, so just gotta apply a little more force. So, to finish the bracelet, I would usually take my last 2 bands, or for this one it's 4 bands, and place it to the peg beside it. And now we can put on our S-clip or C-clip over here. But because I was going to show you how to make your bracelet even longer, I'm just going to put my hook through it. Just take it off gently, keeping my hook on these 4 bands. So look at this extension. If you don't think it's long enough, what you can do is, again, turn your loom around, and let's say I would want to make it just a little bigger, so I would just, again, take double bands and just place it going forward. So let's just say 2 bands, right? So then I would take again my bracelet with this extension, and again I would slide it on my 2 fingers, making sure that all 4 bands are on there, like this. Take my hook out, and again place it on the last peg and stretch it out to the peg beside it, in front I mean, and again turn your loom around. And if you want to make this extension even bigger, you can continue until the very end again. That's up to you. And again, hook as you would do with your other extension. And if you don't want to make your bracelet any bigger, that's okay too. I'm just showing you this for the ones that do. So, and again, place it to the peg beside it. And this time, grab your S-clip or C-clip. I'm going to be using an S-clip because I have a lot of bands. It's just easier to use. And just place it on. Wait a second. Okay, sorry about that. There. So it should be on all 4 bands. As you can see, it's on all 4 bands. So now, I can take off my extension. And as I said, if this extension is, oops, and it came apart. So when your extension comes apart, just take off your S-clip and just grab these 2 bands, pull them together, put your fingers through, like this, and put back your S-clip on. Now, if there are too many bands to put your S-clip on, grab a single band, like this one, and just put a single band through all 4 of these bands, just like this. Let go of these, and now you can place your S-clip on fewer bands, just like this. So now we have our extension ready. If this is too big or too small, you can always fix it as I showed you. Take some bands off or add some. And now grab your capping band, so the pink capping band over here. Stretch it out like this. Grab your extension or S-clip and place it over here. Now you can wear your bracelet. So as you can see, for me it's a little too big, so I'm just gonna make it smaller later on. So we have our triple double bracelets. Thank you for watching part 3 of 3.